What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the drone show. I'm doing the ALTSTONE series, the Fukami. This is the 5000 we're going to do now. I want to show you guys a little something real quick first. I noticed that whenever I did this yesterday, that we didn't quite get the push cut I was wanting, and there are some of the gouges I was talking about. But I worked it on the strop some more because I got a closer look in certain areas. There was still some burr left. It was small. And kind of just more tucked to one side, but it's still, I mean, that kind of removes access to the edge. So give you guys a little quick demo here. Bingo, baby. So as long as I avoid those gouges on the bevel and whatnot, we'll be fine. But listen to this. Oh. If you look real quick here, it even curled the paper there. Got so thin. I mean, I'm just barely pushing through. Ooh, she's a bad mamma jamma. So we're gonna go ahead with this 5000 today. Just again, for those that are starting with this video possibly or haven't seen the others, full transparency. These are sponsored videos by ALTSTONE, but I purchased the 1000 myself, and that was the first one I used. I liked it so much, and I had such a great result. It cut fast, etc. It was everything I was looking for in a stone, especially in that price range, that I approached the company. They did not approach me. They sent me some product here. I do have freedom to tell you exactly how I feel about it, so if there is a problem, I'm going to let you know. But I don't have a ton to complain about, especially at this price point. Just FYI, they're ranging from the 300 grit to this 300, 1000, 3000, 5000, 8000, and they range from around $26 to $49. I mean, that's pretty good stuff. I did find out today that in the Japan market, they do have another one, 120 grit. So that could be pretty awesome too. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on that. But yeah, remember to keep commenting and making sure you're a subscriber to the channel to be entered in the giveaway. It's gonna give away a stone. I'm gonna give away a knife. So without further ado, let's get to this bad boy. Get crack-a-lackin' here. So continue here with the 5000. Just to let you know, I again pre-soaked this. It's been about 5-10 minutes roughly. This one did not have any bubbles whatsoever, so I dunked it. I saw nothing. The only thing I've done to this stone, the 3000, I had a quick couple test swipes on a different knife before, a couple days before, but this one, the only thing I've done is lapped it, so I flattened it a little bit. It wasn't terribly off, but it was indeed off. They do come chamfered. And they recommend, due to the instructions in the box, it's actually written in Japanese, so I translated it with Google Lens. At least I think that was the one. Anyway, it definitely says that if you can read this properly, so not upside down, then that's the top of the stone. They recommend you use the top, but if you're going to use the bottom, that's fine. Just make sure that you dress the stone, flatten it, lap it, whatever, with a diamond plate, and you'll be good to go, because they treat the tops. So let's give a crack-a-lack here on this 5000 using this same Hatsukokoro AOGAMI #2 bunka. And we'll just see what we got. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I just wipe all the crap off of here just in case. It shouldn't be hardly anything. It was just paper, but I don't want to have anything interfering. Appreciate all the support you guys would give me, the views and whatnot, and the comments and stuff. Excuse me. I like to see that. I like to interact with y'all. It actually it's one of the things I love to do. So, all right, first strokes here. I'm gonna be quiet so you guys can listen, and so I can take it in and give you what I'm thinking here. Wow. Okay, I'm sure you guys can see that. That's just normal. I'm going to use my fingers here. Go ahead and do that. So it's just very similar to the one yesterday, the 3000. It's not bad. It's not like it's preventing anything, but there is some loading, I guess, so to speak, on the top. One of the things I noticed is the higher grit stones seem to not have a coating necessarily, but it just seemed that they had kind of a sheen on the top, which may be the reason why this is sticking this way. The only, I mean, some of it was wiping off here. The only real loading I see is some spots through here, and there is some here, don't get me wrong, but it's coming off as I wipe it with my fingers in water. So the feel, I'm sure as you heard, it was very quiet and glassy, so it's very comparable to the 3000 yesterday. Super smooth. Like yesterday, the 3000 was smooth, but this is even smoother. And when I say like glass, I do mean like glass. So this is actually pretty much like my Sharpen 5000 and 8000, as well as the glass 8000, the way that feels. Even though this is the 5000, I'm just trying to equate it to something that you guys might have experience with. So it's very, well, ceramic-y, I guess. I don't know if you had experience with any of the King products, but the King 6000, when you get the KDS combo, it kind of felt like that 6000 side as well. So very good feedback. Seemed really snappy, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and give her another pass. I'm going to check and see. As we go higher in the grits, of course, as I said, you're going to get a much finer burr. It's not going to be as defined, but you're still going to get one. And I do have one. I had none. I have one now. From the front to the back, it is present. So this is also a very fast stone. The pressure I was using was just some really light, normal sharpening, polishing pressure. Yeah, so far it's amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a shot here again. Go up from the way I usually do is I do my passes here to here, and then here to go back that way. So let's give her another run. Let you listen again. Very quiet. It's super quiet. Of course, the more water I put on, the quieter it gets, of course, with lube. Everything's quieter with lube. The load here does not seem to affect the speed at all. It doesn't do anything to actually give me any issues. So again, it's smudging and wiping off actually with my fingers here. You can see some of it coming off there. If I press a little harder, it seems to come off better. And if we use our Sabatoru rust eraser, let's just see how easily it comes out here. So yeah, I mean, it's not really hardly anything at all. Nothing that isn't manageable. And again, like I said, it did not seem to have affected the stone in any way, shape, or form as far as its performance. So yeah, that feels pretty good. All right, let's double check here. So again, we have the very small but definite burr. That bevel looks great. Obviously, I mean, these are, we're getting higher in grits, so the more we do, the more it's going to polish. Should be able to pick that up in the camera. It looked like it showed up pretty well yesterday. I keep saying yesterday. I need to refer to it as the previous video, because it's not always going to be yesterday. Kind of a little haziness there. That could be from my not giving it equal pressure as I'm doing down here. So I'm going to work it one more time from the tip down. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. So I said this stone didn't give me any bubbles. You can't really see that in the camera, but I can tell you that the Nagura, that is the 5000, came with the stone, is giving bubbles. So, kind of cool. That was actually asked, like how the, well, not exactly that wasn't asked, but I was asked about this versus the Cerax, like Nagura stones, which I wouldn't really call them Naguras, but they are, I guess, for all intents and purposes. But as you see, I got it labeled there. They are smaller. They are rougher. Like this thing is, listen. I mean, I know this one's wet, but it's a lot smoother. And this one's for the 1000, obviously. The 1000, even in this, is not very rough, I guess, so to speak. It's the same as the stone. Anyway, just worth pointing out there. I'm going to go quick passes really quick here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move on over to the other side. I'm going to break on through. All the things that run through my head sometimes. It's like a show in there. Okay. Double checking. I know I'd already checked, but yeah, that burr feels great. I'll double check the scratch pattern real quick with my trusty handy dandy Amazon microscope. Good old little handheld guy here. Man, she's starting to really shine up really well. Oh, that's cleaner than Skater's Peter right there. That is awesome. So, I'm sure you guys are, some of you, I'm sure anyway, are familiar with how some of these edges look whenever they've been completely stripped of a burr, and whenever they're just a nice apexed piece of metal. That is exactly what I'm looking at on the side that was just working on. Now the opposite side is where the burr is, so that shows how small it is. But yeah, it's, I wonder if I can see it kind of. I had that one time that I could show you guys. You can't really see the reflections in the camera on this one. If you can, maybe I can see it in post, but anyway, I can see it kind of reflecting. It's pretty cool. But this side is clean, which now we'll fold it over. So I saw some suggestions too about some shootouts. What I'm going to do after this series is done demonstrating the Fukami series here, I'm going to take my Sharpen glass 8K, my Sharpen Kuramaku 8K, and the ALTSTONE 8K, and I'm going to shoot them out against each other. So what I'll do is I'll take, you know, 3 knives. I've got 3 Gyotos that are about the same. I'll take those, I'll dull them all, and I'll sharpen them all the same way. I'll use whatever, I'll come up with a progression, whatever it is. And I'll sharpen them the same number of strokes, same amount of stropping, if any, and get them to the point where they're ready for an 8K edge. And then I'll take each different stone, 8K, and sharpen or polish each of them on the 8K. I'm going to do a similar thing with the 5K. And then we'll look at the results under the microscope and look at the cut tests. See which ones maybe cut a little quieter or a little crisper. Yeah, just kind of give a little comparison, right? To see how they all do against each other. I like results like that. Because that doesn't necessarily mean that if one's better than the other that you're never going to use it again. Just that maybe you'll go for a different one for a different steel, you know. That's something else I could do too, is use different steels and see how these perform with different, for example, we're doing Aogami 2. I can do white 1, I could do Aogami Super, stainless, you know, different stainless and stuff. Anyway, just a thought. If you guys have recommendations on that, let me know. I'm doing this for the audience. I mean, it's for my knowledge too, but I want to entertain you guys and like review things that maybe some of you wouldn't have a chance to do, and so I can maybe save you some money in the long run, you know. I could give it a try first, and then that way, if it's worthy, I can let you know or whatever. I love doing that kind of stuff. Research, baby. I probably spend a majority of my time just doing research on things, different things. Yeah. We're pretty good. She's flipped over. Man, my fingers are screwed up. Nice little metal mud. Maybe that could be my new band name, is Metal Mud. All right, one more and then we'll go to burr removal. Put a little more water on, I can hear it. I'm gonna open up a merch store. I'm not really gonna do t-shirts or anything like that yet. One of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell some of that board wax. And again, I'm gonna do some of the custom knives I've been making. Do that kind of stuff first. But that board, I'm not going to sell that board wax for a bunch of money. I know some of those companies, they gouge you. I'm going to tell you guys, be up in front and honest right now, it's cheap to make. I'll even tell you the recipe because I'm not trying to hide anything and be like, ooh, this is so secret. But I will say that the recipe is really kind of a tweak for what you want or what you find works for what you do. But it's literally beeswax, mineral oil, and I sometimes use carnauba wax. Not very much because the carnauba gets hard, but that's kind of the hardening part. It's a hardening paste. But yeah, I think most of the money is in the upfront cost of materials, and then of course your containers, you know. But yeah, I'll probably sell them for like, I don't know, the little half-ounce tins, probably sell them for like $6 or something. I'll have to find out what I have in it, right? And just basically sell it for that plus shipping. Like shipping won't be very much because it'll be a small thing. The 1 ounce, 2 ounce tins, I'll probably sell them for 10 or 15 bucks. Again, just depending. But I'm going to give some away to you guys. So some getting ready to go out to other people. I'm going to do some various giveaways for those interested. So if you're interested in trying some, let me know. All right, we're going to do the burr removal. So edge leading, we're going to go at a little slightly higher angle this time than what I was sharpening at. Like, and when I say slight, I mean barely. Give it light pressure, and we'll remove that burr. Man, that's so smooth. I'm so impressed with these stones. I know I said that every video, but I really am. And it's not just because I've gotten some from them. Like, gotta remember, I bought these first, or bought one first. I don't want to be misleading there. And legit, I was gonna buy the rest, but they offered them to me, so I didn't. But if it's any consolation, I would literally buy the entire set again. It looks like Amazon had low stock. Looks like some of you guys have been buying it. I appreciate that. And again, I don't get an affiliate thing from that or anything, but it really helps the company understand that what we're doing here is good. And one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to try and work with them to bring a specific type of stone to the sharpening community. One that's going to get some input from you guys, from like features or qualities in a stone that you would like to see. So by doing this and and helping sell them out, if you truly like it, like obviously don't do it if you don't like it. But yeah, that can help bring us a whole different kind of stone. I think that'd be really cool. What are some features you would like to see of a stone? By the way, I'm targeting some areas that had felt like a burr was there still a little bit. But yeah, what are some features you guys would like to see in a stone? What grit ranges, things like that. Man, she's whisper quiet. Okay. I think we're good there. Now we'll do stropping strokes. We'll do 5 of them. Man, it's getting cold here. It was under 30 degrees Fahrenheit here today. I was kind of getting spoiled by some warmer winter days. It was near 50 and 60 degrees. Alright, let's see where we're at. I will obviously run the strop on it. Our edge feels nice and smooth. Okay. Alright, clean the edge up there. I'm going to go ahead and clean our stone. Mr. OCD. And again, even though all that was on there, I did not notice any degradation in cutting. So it didn't change feel. It didn't change anything. So if anyone is curious about that, it stayed about the same. The only thing that maybe I noticed was at one point it seemed like it had a little bit more of a drag in one spot, but it was kind of more towards the middle area, and it wasn't like I couldn't move past it. It just felt like it grabbed it more for some reason, and I don't know if it's related to that buildup that was displayed or not. But as you can see, we are 100% clean. So fresh and so clean, clean. Rinse it off here. And I think we Gucci, baby. Make sure you get all the particles off. It puts the lotion on its skin. Oh God, movie quotes all day long. I make my wife roll her eyes at me all the time. Okay. Again, I want to make sure she's dry. Bust out this flex cut. I kept calling it Woodcraft. That's where I bought it. It's a flex cut strop. Loaded it up with some fresh compound. Tomorrow, whenever I release, the next video, which will be the 8K, I'll finalize this bad boy with my Agenda Industries 0.5 diamond emulsion, poly diamond emulsion strop. guess my strop was all emotional and shit. It had emotions about this. Alright, let me check. Yeah, I think we Gucci. Whew. Man, that edge. I don't feel anything. Let's see if she... Oh man, yeah. I'm gonna give it a couple more swipes just because this is a bad girl. All right. Go ahead here. We'll clean her off. Give her a couple little pinches. One of the things I notice when I use the strops, I'll see like this kind of resin, white granular kind of stuff that ends up getting on the bevel. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that's like organic material from the strop, being the fact that it is organic. I don't know. Interesting. All right, so let's listen to it first, how quiet it is. See if I can find that same push angle. Yeah, baby. Just whoop, 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 whoop. Oops, that was my fault. That's what the entire... Let's do some trigonometry. Obviously, it's not trigonometry, but that's what I always like to say. Yeah, I mean, whenever you can cut circles around the competition, even with a garbage knife like this one, that's saying something. Oh, gosh. That'll make you randy. All right, guys, so there she is. 5,000, beautiful stone. Again, it just gets better and better. It's a nice hard stone. Great feedback. It was very snappy, if that makes sense. That's the best way to describe it. Snappy. It told me where I was at the whole time, so the feedback was excellent. It didn't talk back to me one time, and it shouldn't, because I'd hate to have to smack it in a submission. But yeah, I'm going to give you some after shots on the at the end of the video there, some comparison. I'll do the 300, 1,000, 3,000, and now the 5,000. I mean, these stones, they just continue to impress. Like I said, hard. I don't believe that would be a stone that wears out very quick. Not that I thought the others would, but a more friable stone would. That's just the nature of it. But those are, like I said, it's nice, hard. That one didn't give me many bubbles, or any actually that I saw. The Nagura did, but the main stone did not. So yeah, another solid winner from the ALTSTONE company, and ALTWAYS, and the Fukami line. So yeah, look forward to seeing you guys. Remember, leave a comment and make sure you're a subscriber of the channel. That subscription will also automatically get you entered into our 500 sub giveaway. That's going to be a whole different thing. So once I reach 500 subs, it'll be a whole different giveaway with a pretty decent knife and a stone, or maybe a stone set. But yeah, just make sure that you guys got those notifications on, and I'll see you in the 8,000. All right, see ya and peace.